Stop number 12 on the Advocare Truck Series brings us to Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania. As we are here today for running at the Farmers Insurance 125 as we're set for 20 laps of action on this triangle-shaped racetrack. And with all that said, here we've had a great race in the inaugural running of the event at Pikes Peak International Raceway down in Colorado, and so we are now set for racing up in the tricky triangle at Pocono. And here's starting line for today's running of the event. On the pole, number 10, Joshua Osborne, who won the race at Milwaukee this season. And he'll be flanked by the number 24, Net Zero Chevrolet of Kyle Matthews. He's on the outside, both of them carrying in-truck cameras in today's event. Second row, we'll have Johnny Gardner, number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Chevrolet Ford, and he'll be alongside the number 33 Skull Bandit Chevrolet of Shane Lake, coming off that great second place finish down in Pikes Peak. Starting in the third row will be PJ Williams in the Stroh-like Ford, truck number 6, and he'll be alongside number 75, Remington Arms Ford of Marcus Sachi's on the outside. Fourth row, we'll have Zach Winkle, number 16, in that Auto Parts Silverado, and he'll be alongside number 14 CorvetteParts.net Chevrolet. It's Jordan Anderson behind the wheel. The fifth row, we'll have Cole Deaver, number 3, the GM Goodrich Chevrolet, who finished second in this event last season. He'll be alongside number 43 STP Dodge of Joshua Collard. Next row down, we'll have Brian Acosta, number 8, the FAS Chevrolet. Beside him will be Zachary Fitzwater, number 23, the Exide Barry's Toyota. Next row down, we'll have Keith Batson, number 20, Texaco Haviland Ford, and he'll be alongside number 1, the Mopar Dodge of Mike Becker. He'll be alongside. Next row down, we'll have Griffin Lynn, number 92, the Advance Auto Parts Ford, and he'll be alongside number 18, the Interstate Battery Chevrolet of Bill Goldberg's on the outside. Going to the next row down, we'll have Joshua Sikuli, number 03, the Southeast Toyota Dealers Toyota, and 00, the Aaron Street Machine Toyota of Paul Meneke on the outside. Next row down, we'll have Charles Samper, who won the last time we were on the tour at Pikes Peak. He'll be flanked by number 22, the man from Pennsylvania, Kev Shearer. He has our third in-car camera in today's event. Next row down, we'll have Quentin Moore, number 4, the Square D Dodge, and alongside Eric Rafalski, number 98, the RCA Ford. Next row down has Jeff Rafalski, number 25, the Folgers Coffee Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside the number 30, Lone Bull Liquidators Toyota of Robbie Bogues, the winner this season at Rockingham. Then it's Chelsea Bowles, number 12, the Altel Ford, and she'll be flanked by the winner at Sonoma this season, Phil Parker, number 29, the Jasper Engines Dodge. Chelsea, by the way, was the winner at Texas this season. Next row down has Ryan George, number 74, the Best Western Dodge, and he'll be alongside the number 31, Great Clips Chevrolet, of Dylan Pote. He has the outside. Next row down has Jonathan Zorlian, number 13, the First Plus Loans Ford, and Jordan Bell, the Toyota Tundra Toyota, number 5. Next row down has Cat Tellier, number 88, the Ford Quality Gear Service Ford Credit Ford, winner this season at Iowa Speedway, and she'll be alongside Levi McIntyre, number 99, the Exide Barry's SKF Ford. Next row down has Matt Rafalski, number 15, the Motorcraft Ford, and Jessica Shelton, number 9, the Dodge Dealers Dodge. Going to the next row down has Preston Plord, number 51, the FedEx Chevrolet, and Chandler Cottle, number 21, the U.S. Air Force Ford. And starting on the back row, it is Jay Jefferson, number 17, the Napa Auto Parts Toyota, and points leader Emmanuel Hartnett, number 55, the Copenhagen Chevrolet, the winner this season at Daytona and Charlotte.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
And the engines have been fired. The command's been given. The engines have been fired as we're set for 20 laps of action here at the track known as the Tricky Triangle. Pocono is where we're at here today. And this will be a part of the Farmers Insurance doubleheader. So with all that said, we'll have the
side post the whole thing off there.
so with all that said here, we'll have the trucks on the racetrack right now, and we'll get the commanders. We'll get the green flag when we come back here at Pocono. Back at Pocono Raceway as the trucks are about to round the third turn here at Pocono as the green flag's about to wave here. And this track, a very unique shape, a triangle shape, I should say, here at this racetrack. As the field comes off the third turn, Pacer looks on the pit road, and an alt Chevy front row, the 10 of Joshua Osborne, the 24 of Kyle Matthews. As the green flag falls, and we are underway here at Pocono. "38 trucks roar to life in the turn number one, banked at 14 degrees. So they go into turn number one. Johnny Gardner dips underneath Osborne, but Osborne falls and jumps in front of Kyle Matthews. He'll come off turn number one and onto the long puncture, which is banked at 3,055 feet straight away. Matthews to the inside, looking for the number one position as they go into turn number two, banked at only 8 degrees on this racetrack. They're side by side. Whoa, Gardner and Lake gets together, come off turn number two. On the north chute now at 1,780 feet in length, and now they're still side by side in the third turn now. The flattest turn on the track. Turn 3 at banked at only 6 degrees. Similar banked as when the trucks were at Milwaukee a couple of races ago as they come on the long front straightaway, which is 3,740 feet in length. And that's a lap around Pocono. The first lap at 155.288 miles per hour. Here comes Shane Lake, and that man, of course, you remember, impressed us all at the race at Pikes Peak, and we got trouble off turn number two. Marcus Sachi's crashed, and we got a big mess coming on the long pond straightaway. Marcus Sachi's crashed. That's Chandler Cottle damaged up to the number 21 machine. Robbie Bogues in the crash. There is, I think, Jay Jefferson. Preston Plord is in it. Hood wrinkled on the Zach Winkle machine as a number 16 truck. Yeah, there's the hood up on the 16 machine. Griffin Lynn, 92, I think he was involved. Jordan Anderson, number 14. Chelsea Bowles in 21, or number 12, excuse me. Osborne led them all back to the start-finish line. The last lap at 164 miles per hour, but that's going to be a little bit, the average is going to be wiped down just a little bit. Obviously because of the yellow flag. So, caution number one happening on lap number 2 here at Pocono. And we kind of saw the culprit of what caused the yellow flag to fly. Now, these cars and trucks do have a tendency to want to do this at Pocono. Anderson goes down on Joshua Collard in the 43. He taps into Zach Winkle, 16. And that sent Winkle right into Marcus Sachi, just barely hitting the 75, but that's all it takes. As 3 trucks go into the wall and come off the first turn, Robbie Bogues gets involved. There's McIntyre, there's Bell, there's Matt Rafalski in 15, Jay Jefferson 17. Hartnett, I think the points leader is in the crash too, the 55. Yeah, see, there's Chelsea Bowles in the all-tail truck. She's backwards. Yeah, Hartnett right there in the middle of the whole Holocaust that happened come off the second turn, or first turn, excuse me. Phil Parker, I think he might be damaged up just a slight in the 29 machine. Jessica Shelton in the 9 got away unscathed, amazingly enough, because she was in the middle of that little storm. And yeah, there is damage to the 29 of Phil Parker, the winner at Sonoma this season. And see, I don't think anything else happened, so yeah. So the first caution of the day happens on lap number 2 as the trucks out of the race. The 75 of Sachi obviously out of the race, as is Chandler Cottle, as is, Shelton somehow's out of the race in the 9 truck. I thought she was away unscathed from that crash, but apparently she's got some kind of a mechanical problem with her Dodge. So that's going to be a big hit for her right there, as is Kat Tellier in the 88. She's out of the race. Parker's out of the race, as is the 30 of Robbie Bogues, Zach Winkle, Griffin Lynn, We already mentioned Marcasachi 75 with a header problem for all intents and purposes, an engine failure for all intents and purposes, and the 21 of Chandler Cottle also out of the race. So, yep, the tricky triangle can reach out and get you, as it is proven so often. And I tell you, it can be proven also. It will be proven also, no doubt, in the Cup race, the Farmers Insurance 400 for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So, yeah, there's all the cars, trucks out of the race right there. Chelsea Bowles and Jordan Anderson now artificially the trucks out of the race as well. So, 10 trucks are out, and we're not even 10 laps in. So, there you go. But we are set for racing here. Joshua Osborne, number 10, is the leader of the race. Second position is Kyle Matthews. Third position, Johnny Gardner. Number 2, the winner decision at California Speedway. Then Shane Lake running in fourth, continuing his great run performance he had at Pikes Peak Raceway, as we were about to mention before the crash happened. PJ Williams is 6th, Joshua Collard 7th. PJ Williams is 5th, Joshua Collard 6th. Ryan Acosta 7th, Zachary Fitzwater 8th, 9th is Mike Becker, 10th is Keith Badson, as the green flag is about to wave once again on over Pocono Raceway as we're working on the 7th lap. Pole speed for this race just over 165 miles per hour here at this racetrack, so this track is very fast here at Pocono Raceway, and two Chevrolets leading the race here. Then you got a Ford in third, Chevrolet in fourth position. Matthews to the inside of Osborne. Whoa! Matthews and Osborne touching. Osborne goes up in the wall. That slowed Matthews up. Here comes Gardner to the inside. And he'll move to the inside, looking for the number 1 position. As they go to the third and fourth turns now, Gardner has the preferred line off the third corner. But Matthews has got the drafting help off Shane Lake's truck, number 33. Side by side on turn number 1. Matthews to the outside of Gardner. Look at that power he's got on that 24 truck, the Net Zero Chevy. Matthews has had a few horrible runs last few races on the tour with the Quaker State truck, and he says he's had enough of that truck there. He's gonna when that truck's running right now, so he is looking to left it in the shop pretty much to work on a whole new setup for that Quaker State machine. So he went back to his trusty Net Zero machine. And he's running, and it proved to be a wise decision because he is now the leader of the race here at Pocono Raceway. Second is now Johnny Gardner. Shane Lake running in third position. Fourth is now Fitzwater. Fifth is Batson. Joshua Osborne, who was up there, he's now fallen in this eye of the storm. Low boy, here we go. That was close. I thought that was going to be another shakeup going into turn number 1 here, like we saw in the second lap of the race here. Now, Osborne, as we said, who hit the wall coming out of turn number 2, got squeezed up by Kyle Matthews. He's now fallen. He fell to 6th position last time by, and now he's getting passed by Cole Deaver and the 43 now of another Joshua Collard, as they round that third corner of the racetrack here. Osborne that time clocked in the 8th position. And battle for the lead again. Here comes Johnny Gardner. He decides to go for another time in that number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford. But the outside lane proves to be the fast way around this racetrack. Gardner falls back in line. Matthews to the number 1 spot. So I think the trick here at Pocono is to keep the drafting help with you, because these trucks do have the tendency to want to go to the low side of the racetrack here, which is, of course, the shortest way around the track. Oh, and we got problems! Eric Rafalski in the 98, Joshua Collard in 43 have both spun. And the yellow flag looks like it may have flown. Yes, it has for the second time today on lap number 11 of the race. And Joshua Osborne again got stuffed in the wall by the 43 of Collard. So he and Eric Rafalski in the 98 truck were the ones that got the worst end of it because they both spun on the long pond shred on the short shoot, I should say. Excuse me. And this is a battle for the 7th position, is what happened. Here's Collard in the 43, Osborne in the 10. Osborne actually went up to the outside and touched Collard. Collard wasn't about to get ready to give him an inch. He gets stuffed in the wall by Osborne. And then it sent the 10 spinning, and then there's where the 43 and 98 both spun. Eric Rafalski just a victim of circumstance in that situation. Hard racing at Pocono, though. That's what happens. So the 43, the 98, and the 10 all get the worst end of that deal. On board Joshua Osborne's truck. So that has dropped him into the 13th position now as we look at the front trucks completing another lap under yellow. That's the second yellow of the day here at Pocono. So we should be getting green flag on lap 15. We will have 6 laps to go in the Farmers Insurance 400, or Farmers Insurance 125, excuse me. Collard and Eric Rafalski now are still going the 43 and 98. Rafalski drops to the 22nd position. Collard dropped to 24th the last time by. And speaking of 24, that's the number of the truck leading the race. Kyle Matthews. He has got Shane Lake to contend with, as is Zachary Fitzwater, Johnny Gardner, and Keith Batson. That's the top 5. 6 through 10 is Cole Deaver in 6th. 7th is PJ Williams. 8th is Mike Becker. 9th is Kev Shearer. A great day for the Pennsylvania lad. And 10th position is Charles Sanford, a winner of the last race on the tour at Pikes Peak. As the green flag falls on lap 15, we'll have 6 laps to go. Three wide for that number 2 position, Lake, Fitzwater, and Gardner. And that was the start Kyle Matthews needed right there for those trucks to get spread out just a little bit. Look at those trucks right there together. That's Becker. There's Deaver. Deaver and Gardner about touch come off turn number 2. Running with Kev Sheeran, the 22 machine. He is running in 9th position. And now we got problems apparently with the Zachary Fitzwater truck. He's coming on pit road. Shear going to turn number 1, 177, 178, 180 miles an hour to turn number 1. Goes Kev Shear in the 22 truck as he is trying to get the draft off Charles Sanford in the 08. Meantime, Jeff Rafalski and the Dylan Poteet trucks, they zoomed, zipped by the 22 machine. As Kyle Matthews continues to lead, there's the Zachary Fitzwater truck. He has apparently got problems with the 23 machine. We'll know hopefully in a little while what the problem with the Toyota was. He was running in 4th position when he had the problem, and that is a bad break for the 23 machine, who should have won the race down in Dover this season for the Truck Series. Until a late race move cost him victory. Meantime, we have got now 4 laps to go here. Chevrolet's first and second, Ford's third, fourth, and fifth in the field. Hoping the team up and engulf the Chevys. Here comes Shane Lake to the inside of Kyle Matthews for the number 1 spot. Lake gets the draft off Keith Batson as they come up into turn number 1. Turn number 3, Matthews on the outside of the racetrack. Shane Lake gets a little loose, has to back off just a little bit as they come off the third corner. Now Batson wants to take the lead in 28. And Shane Lake going to the number 1 spot. 3 laps to go at Pocono. And whoa, Batson moved Lake up the track though, but Shane Lake keeps his foot on the throttle. Moves in front of the 24 of Matthews as they come off the turn number 1. And that cost Batson some time because now PJ Williams comes to the outside. He'll take third. And Matthews got the horsepower, showing horsepower at 24 truck. He moves inside of Lake, but Lake shuts the door on him. Off the second turn now. Mike Becker looking for that 5th position on Batson. That's 4th position, in the 1 truck. Matthews to the inside of Lake now, coming down for 2 laps to go. Batson zips to the inside now of PJ Williams. They go into turn number 1. Lake has the high side to his advantage, though. We've seen trucks go very well on the outside, but Matthews showing some horsepower in that 24 truck. They are still side by side off the second turner. Lake showing some straightaway speed. That's what some people don't get sometimes. You run the high side. Yes, it's the longest way around the racetrack, but it does give you more straightaway speed and more momentum. Especially on a bank track, especially some of the bank tracks we run on this circuit. Matthews now looking the high side of the track. PJ Williams looking for 2nd position now in the 6th truck. Off turn number 3 to come. The white flag's going to wave over Shane Lake. He has 1 lap to go. Can he hold on for his first ever win? Well, about to find out here in the last 2.5 miles of this race. Matthews again looking to the inside of Lake as they go to turn 1. Matthews looks to the inside. They're side by side. Oh, and PJ wins. He and Cole Deaver have crashed in turn number 1. PJ wins up and over to 6. Shears in the crash. That's Jonathan Zorn in the 13 truck. He's crashed. Deaver's crashed in the 3. Collard. He's in it as well. Meantime, they're racing for the win. Matthews drops the 3rd. Here comes Batson to the inside for the win. To the 3rd turn they come. Keith Batson trying to muster horsepower under the hood of that Ford. Nothing doing. The win for the first time goes to Shane Lake, the number 33 truck. He will win today at Pocono. A tremendous victory by the 33 Skull Bandit truck. Shane Lake takes the victory after a horrendous crash on the final lap of the race coming off turn number 1. Keith Batson comes home 2nd, Kyle Matthews 3rd, Jeff Rafalski 4th, Joshua Osborne a great rebound finishing in 5th. Johnny Gardner will take 6th. 7th position will go to Dylan Poteet. Ryan George 8th. Mike Becker 9th. And Emmanuel Hartnett ends up finishing in 10th. In spite getting into a crash early in the race. A great rebound by Emmanuel Hartnett without question. We will take a look back at what happened on that final lap. And PJ Williams, you got to feel for him and Cole Deaver both. They were running, looked like they were going to get an excellent finish here today. PJ Williams actually was going for 2nd place coming to the white flag, and there he was. He had Gardner to the inside of him. This was coming to the white flag of the race. Now he slowed it down for you right there, going into number 1. Gardner to the inside. He's got Jeff Rafalski behind him in the 25. Gardner goes up the track, gets into the 6 of Williams. As Kyle Mendes tried to go for the win on Shane Lake. But while that was happening, Williams gets turned around by Gardner. Williams goes up the track. Into Deaver's truck. Cole Deaver had nowhere to go in that 3 machine. And then Kev Shear right into PJ Williams. Williams up and over goes the 6 machine. Oh my goodness. And, Preston Poor just went by, and there's the hard lick that Phil Goldberg took, as did the 13 of Jonathan Zorlin and Eric Rafalski in 98. And then meantime, Joshua Collard comes into this whole ordeal, and then he crashes right into PJ Williams' truck, and that knocks him right out of the race. And actually, we had another crash actually happen on the North Chute. Let's see what happened there. And it involved this 00 Paul Minnick in the Aaron Dream machine, and he gets into Becker and Poteet, they get together, come off the second turn. They spin, and then right there, Gardner gets into the crash right there. Minnick, he collects Charles Sanford, he collects Emmanuel Hartnett, collects Quentin Moore. Preston Port almost was through it. And he got turned. But some of those drivers did recover and finish the race, though, as we saw Gardner finish, I think, about 5th or 6th, something like that. And Charles Sanford, he gets his truck back going again. So does Hartnett. He will finish 10th in this race. So, bad set of circumstances for a lot of the top drivers in this business right here in the Truck Series. On board with Kev Shear on this one. Not a way he wanted to end the day for one of his Pennsylvania fans. So contrast Kev Shear's not wreck avoidance with this one. That was from the Joshua Osborne view, and he and Jeff Rafalski teamed up and just barely missed that crash on the North Chute. So that was going on. Shane Lake gets the victory here today in the number 33 Skull Bandit Chevrolet. His first ever Advocare Truck Series victory. So 12 races are in the books, and some of those trucks actually, finished races with a D and Q. I don't know, but anyway. Excuse me. So we'll show you the rest of the finishers here. Jay Jefferson, Ryan Acosta, Paul Minnick, Charles Sanford, Levi McIntyre, the top 15 and 16 through 20, Matt Rafalski, Jordan Bell, Quentin Moore, Kev Shear, and Cole Deaver. The top 20, then Eric Rafalski, Joshua Sakuli, PJ Williams, Preston Plord, Phil Goldberg, the top 25. Then the rest of the finishers, Jonathan Zorlin, Joshua Collard, Zachary Fitzwater. That was the last finisher of the race because he finished 5 laps down. And the rest of the finishers, So really 2 caution flags that happened here today, and including a big pileup on the final lap of the race, and that was an absolute mess. we had here at Pocono. So you can bet they'll be repairing his trucks for the next race on the tour, which will be at the Indianapolis Short Track on the in conjunction with the Cup Series Brickyard 400. So hopefully the Truck Series will not be. Hopefully the Cup race on the NRSL Sports and Gaming channel will not be as bad. I hope. So anyway, all I've said, this is James Qualls. This has been production of the NRSL. We'll see you next time. We'll see you at Indianapolis for these trucks race for the Truck Series. Nope, I'm not talking about the Brickyard. I'm talking about the short track in Indy. So there you go. So anyway, all I said, this is James Qualls. This is production of the NRSL, and we will see you next time.